Hi fellas, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mara. I'm from the Philippines and I studied Master of Disaster Management at the University of Auckland in New Zealand. So in this video, I'll talk about the common assessments or requirements for a master's degree based from experiences, exams, essays, research, etc.
Pleasure to welcome everybody to the University of Auckland.
If you're planning to take a master's degree at the University of Auckland in New Zealand, you have two tracks to choose from: Research Masters and Thought Masters. For me, I took the Thought Masters, which include courseworks or subjects and a small percentage of research. But since I have subscribers asking about the Research Masters track, I invited my Filipino co-scholar to share about this. So most programs have 120-point requirements, 180 points for some programs like my program, and I think some programs require 240 points. It depends on your qualification and on your study program, so better to check their website and search specifically what course you're planning to take. So let's start with the Thought Masters track. I studied Master of Disaster Management with 180 points, 135 points coursework, and 45-point research. So based from experience, the common assessments for the courseworks are the following. First, essay. So basically, I think this is the most common requirement. I think I wrote essays for all courseworks that I took. So how many words? It depends. Some minor requirements of a subject include 500 to 1,000 word essay. This takes usually 5% of your grade in one subject, or what we call paper in New Zealand. Major assessments could also be in an essay form, so ranging from 20 to 50% of your grade, around maybe 2,500 to 5,000 words. And it really depends on the course or the subject that you will take, and also with the requirements of your instructor or professor. And in my experience, this is not just a simple essay. You have to follow academic writing guidelines, you have to be critical in your reflections, and most especially you have to avoid plagiarism. I think we all know about that already. This is very important and you need to take note of that whenever you're writing. Second, case studies. So it depends on the subject that you're taking. For me, I did a lot of disaster management case studies, project management, business, etc. Third, oral presentations or video presentations. So it could be in class or online, especially nowadays that the mode of teaching is through online platforms. It could be live or recorded, so it depends. And these three are the most common assessments based from experience. The others include exams, quizzes, posters, policy briefs, professional development plans, and social innovation reports. So it depends on the paper or the course or the subject that you're interested to take. So the requirements are mostly done individually, but there are also group assignments or assessments where you will work with different nationalities taking different degrees. Aside from the courseworks or the subjects, some Thought Masters also include a small research component. So for my degree, we were required to write a 15,000 word research study. So that's it for the Thought Masters track. Next, we will discuss the Research Masters track, and my friend Kath from Dumaguete, Philippines will share about her experiences. Kath, take it away.
Hi everyone, this is Kath. I'm from the Philippines and I studied the Master of Engineering, major in Engineering Science at the University of Auckland. If you're also planning to enroll to a thesis-based master degree program at the university, there are 4 things that you need to take note. First is, before enrolling to the university, decide on whether you'll get the 120 or 180 points master program. For the 120 points, in my case, it took me a year, wherein there are 2 semesters and one summer semester. Next is you have to think of a topic for your thesis. Once you've decided a topic, you need to choose a supervisor from the list of the faculty members in the department you're enrolling into. Choose the supervisor which has a specialization that is related to your topic. Next is you need to contact your chosen supervisor through an email or through a call. you need to present to him or her your thesis proposal, the outline of your research, and the length of your program. If you get an approval from your supervisor, that's the time you can enroll to the department for the thesis program. They will need you to submit a form with the research aim, intent, and methodology of your topic. Once you get enrolled and start working on your thesis, you need to meet with your supervisors for the research design. Some of the challenges that I've encountered while working on my thesis is related to the tools that I need to use for my project, which is the reservoir modeling. It was hard for me at first because I did not have any previous experience on reservoir modeling, but eventually I got the hang of it. Another thing is that I need to use Python programming for my reservoir modeling to work. And honestly, I'm not really good in coding and programming, but what I did is that I just sought help from people I know of who are really good in coding and programming, and I'm so blessed to have them in my life. And yeah, I was able to really make my codes work eventually. Another thing is that for a thesis-based postgraduate program, you won't have school breaks, unlike those postgraduates who are taking up the coursework. So what I did for me to be able to go along with my friends when they're on their vacation is that I really target my goals within the week, and when I accomplish them, that's the only time that I'll allow myself to go out with them and enjoy traveling around New Zealand. So part of my goal was to be able to present in a conference. That was a geothermal conference held at the university, and I was mainly encouraged by my supervisor to present my thesis even if it wasn't completed yet. That is to be able to get inputs, possibly from those specialists or subject matter expertise that have attended the conference, and they could give you some inputs for the improvement of your thesis. And that's really helpful. Another goal that I set and was also highly encouraged by my supervisor is to write a journal about my thesis. And I haven't done that yet, but I'm still working on it. Writing a long thesis paper with a 35,000 word requirement can get boring and tiring sometimes. So what I did, I tried to finish the first 2 chapters of my thesis paper in my first semester, and when I was able to conceptualize eventually the whole outline of my paper, I maintained a pacing of writing a paragraph or 2 per week, and by summer, I exhausted all my time and my focus on finishing the whole paper. So my advice for those students who aspire to complete a thesis in their master's degree program is that first, set your goals per week and really try to accomplish them. Second is write. Always try your best that you can have something to put on your paper, and do not start late because it's going to be long and it's going to really exhaust you. Third is meet with your supervisors weekly for guidance, and so that they will be able to gauge on your progress and be able to advise you if ever you need some recovery. Fourth is travel after you've accomplished your targets for the week. And fifth is make friends with the other postgraduates in the office you're working at. I think they can really help you lift up your spirit and also can advise you with your work, probably if they're also working on the same topic as yours or maybe related to your topic. That's all. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe this video account. Bye!
Wow, thank you so much, Kath, for sharing your experiences and practical advice, especially for our friends who plan to take the research master's track. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, special thanks to my friend Kath from Dumaguete for your support and for sharing your experiences. So guys, if you have other questions, feel free to comment below. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post my next vlog. Until then, stay safe and see you again.